Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. See my title below? Yes, this is on episode 9 of Fuuka, and just like I said in the last episode, the preview title of this episode was Date, and yes, we finally get the date between him and Koyuki. And honestly, I saw in the forums and some people were like, oh my gosh, I didn't care for it too much, and like, oh, it's changing things and stuff. I'm guessing that it's not going fully on the manga. I'm going to try and stay away from the forums, honestly, because there are some kind of spoilers. Sure, there's a spoiler tag, but like and you gotta click it kind of thing on my anime list. But it's like, oh, I want to see what the hell they're talking about. Why is it different from, you know, the manga and everything? And it's always hard to say if it's good to have, you know, when an anime adaptation, you know, when they're adapting the anime from the manga, you usually, or the source material, it doesn't have to be a manga, it could be a light novel or whatever. A lot of times, and even for me, if I've read the light novel or manga first, you want to see the anime adapted exactly the same. But you do have to admit as well, and I've seen it a couple times when I've read a manga and stuff, or, you know, light novel, and they change it up. It sometimes is good as well, because I don't know if you guys feel that way, but like sometimes, you know, for this at least, I saw someone say that the beginning part was good enough to, you know, show all the, you know, adapting pretty much just like how the manga was, with showing all the characters and everything, showing the start that you enjoyed about the manga, and then changing it and having some different type of ending. It's always something that's pretty interesting for me, because it's something cool to talk about to the manga readers, because like I said, whenever I make these reviews and everything, I am an anime watcher only a ton of the time. Like a big portion of the time I watch these animes, a lot of the times I've never read the source material. So I don't really know what you guys are thinking, and you know, there's kind of like a little barrier. Of course, it's always interesting to see what you guys think in comparison, like how it was adapted and stuff. It's always interesting to hear those kind of things. But it's also really interesting when you have these kind of anime original roots that both not only, you know, me and the rest of the anime watcher only get to pretty much see something completely new, but also the manga readers, also the light novel readers. And it's always cool to see, like, oh yeah, you know, those comments where there's people that are like, yeah, I actually am, you know, it's not exactly like the manga or exactly like the light novel, but I'm actually really enjoying it. It's always pretty cool to see those kind of comments, you know. So at this moment, obviously, I'm really enjoying this anime on how it's going so far. Obviously, I really enjoyed the date. Some of the people were like, oh, it's okay, it was kind of boring. For me, it was really cute. It was nice to see both of them finally going out on a date. Obviously, I'm kind of biased considering I am, you know, I'm a Koyuki fan. She's the best girl in my opinion, and I want her to end up with you. But pretty much, there's not everyone's gonna be like that. I saw someone that like, oh, why the hell is it even titled Fuuka if you're gonna have, she's not even the main heroine and everything? And it doesn't have, just because the title is named something doesn't necessarily mean it has to focus on that thing. I've watched tons of anime and, you know, read tons of manga and stuff where the title doesn't necessarily mean anything. Like literally, you can have this one title and it could be completely something else. So everyone, I know, those people who are fixated on the fact that it is called Fuuka and you expect it to be all about Fuuka and everything, that's not going to always happen for everything. And obviously, it's still a big factor. They, after the whole date, you know, most of the episode after that was pretty much all about Fuuka kind of realizing, you know, she doesn't know the emotion really well. She has never been in love before, but you obviously see that she's kind of jealous and in turmoil, not really, she's confused by her feelings and everything, and she doesn't like it. She obviously, every time she sees, you know, you going off to go on the phone, when she saw him at the very end with her talking and doing like selfies or something, she didn't like it. She was obviously jealous and everything, and you see that the love triangle is starting to really take into effect. Because like I said before, before this episode, you can't really call it a love triangle, because really Fuuka never really had any feelings really. It's sure here and there it seems like maybe she had some feelings, and then the next moment she's like, oh no, I don't love anyone. I don't have any feelings for anyone. I'm not even interested in being in a relationship. Or, you know, like one moment she seems like she's really into you, and the next moment she's like, nope. She like, doesn't even matter that this certain thing happened, kind of thing. So it was really confusing until this point to really see that she liked him and there was really a love triangle until this episode, obviously, where you see all this kind of stuff and you kind of see that even Koyuki, numerous times when he talks about Fuuka, she kind of has an inkling of something like that happening, and that's obviously why you do see some those sort of some of those moments where she's kind of like, like, oh, I guess I gotta go then, okay, and she just kind of completely changes the atmosphere of how she's feeling and her personality and everything. So you can definitely see that both kind of realize something's going on, but both don't really fully know what's going on. So that's why this is pretty much the start of the love triangle. It's kind of hard for me to say if I'm okay with it. Also, I'm not okay with that. I do not like love triangles. I don't love them either, obviously, but pretty much I don't like love triangles, and if I had the choice, I would just want him to end up with Koyuki. But the whole thing is, this anime is a love triangle anime, so obviously that's going to come into effect, and it kind of sucks because there's only 3 episodes left now. So I don't really know how rushed all this stuff is going to be, how this is going to happen, and these next 3 episodes we will really see how things go down, because it'll probably be episode 10 and 11 will be the episodes where the love triangle really takes into effect, and episode 12 should be the episode where we get the whole the resolve, what's gonna happen out of everything. Will he end up with her? Will he, Koyuki, or will he end up with Fuuka, or will something else crazy happen? I'm not too sure. Will there be another season? I'm still not sure on that as well, because I know that the manga probably still goes on as well, but like I said before, it's not really, from what I've seen in the forums at least, like I said, I'm going to try and stay away so I don't spoil myself, that things are already changing, that it's not like the manga anymore. It's going on the anime original route and probably going to have an anime original ending. So I don't think there's going to be a second season. I do not think there's going to be a second season, and I think things are going to get kind of rushed, in my opinion, going towards the ending of these episodes, and that's not a good thing. That's honestly something that I really hate. I really hate when we have these good 12 episode season, these good anime, I'm going to say that, good anime that I really do enjoy, and then there's only 12 episodes, so there's not enough time to really develop these characters, not enough time to really develop, for example, what's really important in this anime besides the music, the love triangle. I hate love triangles, but I want it to at least be developed well and not be completely rushed. So that's why right now at this moment I am kind of scared on what's going to happen. But overall, as for if I just think about how did I feel about this episode, that's what you guys are here. What my review on this episode is. I completely enjoyed this episode. First half, like I said before, was super cute. I loved the whole Koyuki and Yu date. I loved it. Lots of cute moments. And then of course after that, Fuuka, if you just push aside the whole part with her not, kind of confused about her feelings and everything, and you kind of sad about, how she is, because she is still a main character. She's still one of the characters that we've seen from the beginning. And sure, I want, you to be with Koyuki, but overall, I still do like Fuuka, and I still do like her character, that I don't want her to be heartbroken either. See, this is why I hate love triangles. Love triangles always end with someone's heart being broken. There's no way that it can go, that all of them are happy, unless it's somehow like some harem ending, to which of course then it's not really a love triangle, it's a harem, so that's why I tend to try and avoid these love triangle animes, but I was like, I'm gonna go give this a try. I'm not disappointed. I really do like this anime, but it doesn't change the fact that these next 3 episodes are gonna be probably the hardest to watch. It's probably gonna be the ones that really, we're all gonna be jumping on the feels train, and it's gonna be really, really emotional. It's gonna be really hard, and that's one thing I'm not excited for at all to see later on in the next episodes. But yeah, other than that, this episode, like I said, the date part, and then of course, Fuuka coming up with a new song, the whole band coming, together making the song, lots of funny moments between the, all of them. And it's pretty cool to see that, like I said, I love Climbers High already at this point, the other song they showed was nice as well, but I want to hear a new song. I would love to hear something different, and obviously that different is an original song sung and written by Fuuka, to which of course, because of her singing in this episode, she also gets the attention of a producer, To which I'm happy. Good for you, Fuuka. When he was like, I don't want your band. I just want you. Pretty much that's what the guy said. He thinks she's amazing, like the diamond in the rough kind of thing. And yeah, Fuuka's an amazing singer, but for a fact she is not gonna turn her back to her friends. It's really a hard thing to think about. Like, what would you do in this kind of circumstance? For me, it's really hard because this is your dream to be a musician, to get in the music business, and it's not easy to get in the music business, So, like, I would probably tell them I'll think about it, go and talk to my friends about it, see what they think, and honestly, with Fuuka's band, I think they would be okay with it, to be honest. Sure, they'd be kind of sad, but they'd be happy for her too. None of them really look like, except maybe some of them do, that they would see as like a I changed my mind. Everyone in their band has like a huge, like, wanting to be in this band. Each of them had their kind of like past that something bad happened to them, and this is kind of like a new start. So I think actually, yeah, they would be pretty sad, and there's no way that you could avoid turmoil and still be friends with them. Sure, maybe you'd be friends, but it definitely would not be the same after that. So good for you, Fuuka. Good job for you for turning that guy down. He got a little mad at that moment when he slammed down his fist on the table, but she just stood her ground. Was like, yeah. He was like, oh, if you change your mind, then feel free to contact me. She's like, yeah, but that's not gonna happen. I was like, go Fuuka, go Fuuka. That's where I like your personality and everything. And then of course the ending, after that triumphant moment, pretty much goes to her feeling jealous seeing Koyuki and you. And that was, of course, the end of the episode, and where we, like I said before, are going to start hitting into the huge love triangle moments. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say, guys, about this episode overall. I enjoyed the episode for the reasons I've said before, and obviously, like I said, this is the start. This episode was the start of the love triangle. I won't say that it started any time before this. This was the episode that it truly started, and the next couple episodes is where it's just gonna get completely crazy. Trust me. Brace yourself, buckle yourself in, because we're gonna be stuck on this field train for at least obviously 3 weeks, because there's three more episodes left in the season. Yeah, 3 more episodes left in the season. So it's gonna be crazy, but I honestly still am excited to see what's gonna happen. Obviously, I cannot wait for these next coming weeks. Can't wait, and yet I'm still scared at the same time, which is a good feeling for these kind of animes, But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. This anytime is, and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And until next time, guys, see ya.